If you're a web design agency owner in 2025 and you're not using this client acquisition system I'm going to share with you in this video, you're definitely leaving a lot of money on the table, and I mean it. So if you follow all the steps in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how can you get the highest intent meeting for your web design agency. First of all, because I own my own agency system, which was done about 30K last week. I own 50% equity in Revenue Lift, another web design agency who's doing about 2-3 grand a day. A Health Flight Digital, an agency that started with 0 testimonial in the month of April this year to scale to over $40,000 in revenue. And all these agencies that we scaled them doing exactly this.
Exactly. Devin, by the way, what's about the deals that you told me you got pending in terms of the website that you sold? You sold some?
Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good with my website deals. Yeah. I've got like 4 clients I'm building for right now, so I'm pretty stacked.
Amazing. Those are all like the same pricing point, 5-6K?
Nah, one of them is pretty low ticket from what I consider, like 1,200, but 3 of them are from 4 to 11. So,
and the client acquisition system I'm going to share with you, it works even if you never ran a single ad before. Now that we get this out of the way, I'm not going to share with you here because I work with web design agency partners who are closing $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 projects every single month using Google Ads as a client acquisition platform. So it's not just a one lucky campaign, it's a repeatable system that works every single time. And you don't need a massive budget, that's number one, because a lot of people think in order for them to succeed with Google Ads, they need a massive budget. You don't need years of experience, you just need a strategy and a copy that got proof of concept. Now, after watching this video, you don't need to watch any other videos, okay? I'll walk you through the full setup, and if you follow it, you'll get leads guaranteed. So now that we get this out of the way, if you want predictable clients, this is exactly how we do it. So first of all, let me show you how wide open this is. So for example, in Google, when I search web designer San Diego, I got generic agency with 0 local proof. I got ads that don't even mention the city of San Diego. And I got $60 per click ads going to their homepage because most of these ads, the click is very expensive. So actually, for me, when I see this again, I hell of excited because I see that a lot of my competitors setting fire to their cash and just losing a lot of money. And this is exactly what works because when we change the system, we just basically have an unfair advantage and we stock the ads to our favor. So first thing I want you to understand is that 99% of your competition, they got no idea what they're doing. And in order for you to succeed with Google Ads, you just need one city. I'm going to show you why. You need one clear offer, and you need to watch this video till the end. So now we get this out of the way. Here's the exact formula my partners and I use to land high-ticket web design clients every week to Google Ads. Number one, you choose one city. You choose one buyer persona. For example, e-commerce, salons, dentists, consultants. You get it. Number 3, you write one ad that says exactly what they're looking for, okay? For example, web design for salons, Miami-based from $4.95. Of course, we don't sell website at $4.95. This is just a bait and switch. And we link that to a landing page that shows exactly salon examples and has our pricing or call to offer and has a book a free call button above the fold. So that alone can get you booked calls in your first 24 to 48 hours because most of the contractors initially you want to work with, they will be more comfortable doing business with someone that is mentioned in their cities. Like this guy's from Miami, he's local, even if you're not from Miami, even if you're from Texas or whatever, right? But your ads is Miami. I would probably, if I want to do Texas, or just another ad for Dallas, okay? Or another ad for LA. But you get it. The more you can narrow down your location, the better results you will get. Actually, like web design like me, and you want to scale web design agency past $10, $20, and $30,000 per month, then check out the offer that we have below. So basically what we do is we scale web design agencies to multiple 6 figures using one client acquisition system, one offer, one pricing, and 3 upsells. And basically we take only a small commission out of them. So that means if you don't sign any new clients, you don't pay. Simple as that. So if you want to learn more about it, check out the offer that I have below, and you can check out all the amazing testimonials from students that we helped scale their agencies past 10 grand a month. So here's the exact campaign setup I want you to copy. So first of all, when you go to Google Ads, you create a new campaign and always choose leads and choose search ads. For example, here, just to give an example, we're going to name it like Web Design Leads Miami. And then location, right? Always, and that's the key. And always target one city and choose presence only, not presence or interest. Because if you choose presence or interest, you're gonna get a lot of people that are not in this city. You might get people from third world countries that show interest in Miami. You don't want that, you want people who are present there. Now, third thing is the budget, and you always wanna set your budget to between $50 and $100 a day, and you can lower it later. Facebook ads, it's much cheaper, but I mean, I use them both. I use Facebook ads. We make a lot of money through Facebook. We make a lot of money through Google. But don't think about them as cannibalists to each other. Don't think about it as like, hey, Facebook would compete with Google. No, I just think about them as Okay, how can I scale? I need another funnel. I need another client acquisition system. Here we go with Google. Okay. So I always do start with $1,500 a day. You might get results with $30, $25 if you go to some cheap locations, but if you got the budget, $1,500. Okay. Then you can always lower it later. I mean, we got like people who got very, very good results started with $30 a day. So don't think that $50 is the bare minimum. And as I said, you can always lower it later. So now for the bidding, right? Click on publish campaign, then go into the settings and switch to manual CPC and set the max bid to around $20 to $30 per click because you don't want to be paying more than that. And then turn off the display network, the search partners, because that's just a waste of money. And then for the keywords, for example, here, web design for restaurants, e-commerce web design Miami, affordable web design near me. Number one, I would do keyword research to Google. It's free. There's some other tools as well that you can be using to see exactly what are the keywords that are used. Number two, I would put myself in the shoes of the ideal customer profile I'm trying to target. I would say if they want a website and if they're looking for a web design agency, what keywords they might basically type, and I would come up with a lot of keywords, and I would compare those with my keyword research, and it would come up with some keywords. And don't overcomplicate it. There is no secret strategy to find some hidden keywords and all that. If you're looking for an edge, that's not what's going to give you an edge. And I will share with you down the line this video what for me I think would give me an edge into this Google Ad client acquisition strategy. Now that we get this out of the way, the ad copy, okay? You could go in it with average like everybody else. Miami web design for small businesses, Miami web design for contractors, for tree cutters, for this and that, right? Need to use siteless, build it fast. You can go in an average, but what I like to use and what got me very good results, me and my agency partners, are bait and switch. For example, I've already shared this strategy later. You know, that we made a lot of money through this strategy. We used it in Facebook ads and have always worked well, which is the bait and switch. Basically, for this strategy, what I would do is like, don't pay for your website if you don't like it. Get your website and pay for it only if you like it. So what is it exactly is like they book a call with us. And in order for them to book a call with us, they got to fill out a form, right? And this form, we see exactly what type of business they are, their current website. We study their business. We get a lot of information on them. And then on the call itself, it took us about like 5-10 minutes. We create a mock-up through Figma and we showed them this mock-up. It's like, all right, here's exactly how the website would look like. We basically put their branding on, put the logo on so they can see as like, hey, we've done some work. We created a website between us, you know, but no, it's just a Figma mockup. But once they see that, it's like, shit, like, you know, that's really, really cool. I mean, they can see that you've done some work. And for them, it's like, that's like, imagine actually, you know, you're the ICP. You're looking for a website. You've just Googled web design near me or web design for contractors, for dentists, whatever, website for dentists. And then what you find a couple of ads. And then you find like one who said, websites for dentists in Miami, pay only if you like, or pay if you like it. You know, you can frame it in different ways. Anyway, you get the point. But here it's kind of a bait and switch, but it's not really that harmful because it's just a mock-up. And yeah, so I use this a lot and this is what I want you to be using, but you're going to have a dialed in sales process if you want to make this work because you're going to get the cheapest cost per lead ever. You're going to get a lot of meeting booked, a lot of inquiries, but you need to make sure that these people are able to buy, okay? How? Is by changing them. Because once you book a call, from my experience, this is the KPIs that you're going to see, okay? 70% are going to be businesses that are just like they hopped because they want to pay if they like it. But like 30% are just like they were looking for like freebies and shit like that. But like you're looking for that 70%, right? And that 70%, a lot of them would not choose you over the competition if you didn't have that bait and switch to start with. All right, so now you get it. Let's get this out of the way. Let's go to the landing page, right? So the landing page is very important. I cannot really stress enough about it because this is exactly where the money converts. Right? Because your ad is only half the bottle. Your ad is basically the thing that's gonna, you know, make them decide if I'm gonna click on this, or click on the second link, or click on the first link, click on whatever. But your landing page is where they're gonna get converted. And this is where they would basically get a feel of your work because if you have a shitty website yourself, how can you create a good website for them? You know what I'm saying? So for me, in my landing page, what I like to do is like, I like to add a city name in the headline, okay? And I like to add like video testimonials of my clients saying exactly like, you know, how they benefit from the website and everything else. Like if you don't got that, I mean, it's a different story. What I like to add as well is like add a lot of client testimonials, client videos, you know, client talking about us and just, you know, saying all the money they made from the website that we created for them and all that. And those are just like, you know, this within the same niche that we're trying to target. And those guys will be from the same city as well. That would just be a no-brainer for them when they see that. And other than that, I add a bigger call button and I add a get a free code button as well. Optionally, a pricing teaser, like sites start from like $4.95. Doesn't mean that we sell website for $4.95, but it's basically like it would show them exactly like, hey, we're not Like we can start from $4.95, but at the end of the day, like we got a lot of people that say, "Oh, I saw that it's $4.95. It's like it's only for one page, it's only for two pages." But if you want this website exactly like this website that we created for that same person, your niche, they've seen from the testimonial below, it's $3K because of this and that. After you start your first campaign in Google Ads, here's exactly what you should expect, right? The timeline. First of all, when our client follow this exactly, in the first 2 to 3 days, you're gonna see some traffic start rolling in. You should see your first booked call. And week 1 to week 2, you should see your first closed client. I mean, that depends on a lot of variables. It depends on your testimonials, your sales process. Of course, it's nothing is like guaranteed you're gonna get your first closed client in week 1 or week 2. But as a business owner, you get the point. It depends on a lot of variables that, just within your control, outside your control. Now, the agency partner that I've had that landed like 3K, 8K project within 3 days using this strategy, like their ad were clear, their page were dialed in, and also their niche were very specific, and also they had a bunch of testimonials. And also one thing I want to mention is you don't just run the ad once, okay? We also set up cheap retargeting to bring people back because there's a lot of money being made on retargeting. So first of all, we set up Google retargeting. I set up like display ad campaigns. I target anyone who visits the site but doesn't convert. I also use a software that basically track even anonymous visitors that visit the site and find the LinkedIn profiles, and we put them into a LinkedIn campaign. More on that later. And we also have a Facebook and Instagram retargeting because we have a Facebook pixel on a landing page that we send them to. So we upload the website traffic as a custom audience, and we show basically testimonial videos or special limited offer follow-ups. And all the retargeting ads that I run on Facebook are cheap as all of them are true testimonials. So think about it as like planting your agency in their brain, because if someone is looking for a website, it's probably he's thinking about it, right? And he's not going to pull the trigger right away. And you want to make sure the only way to maximize your chances to be the one that he's gonna buy from is by always following up with them. But if they came from an ad and they didn't convert, didn't fill out the form, there's no way to follow up with them because you don't have their info. So that's the only way I would follow up with them, even if I don't have their info. So that's the end of the video. Hope you got enough value from it. And if you want to scale your web design agency past $20,000, $30,000 per month, just do me a favor. I want to check out all the web design agency owners, the interviews that I had with them personally, and all of them, and how they scale to, like, we got web design agency owners scale to 90K, 50K, 30K per month. You can check all the interviews out on the page below. See you soon. Cheers.